Prediction Esports with two E's. This is Coney, that's TK. The only show on the internet that asks, are y'all gaming? And that's what we want to know. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got some stuff for you today. Actually, the first thing is on Game Awards, which we've been talking about a lot, but I guess we can cover our reactions to what happened on Thursday. But right now, I'm just saying, hey, TK, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good. You know, I had a pretty rough week this week. The American healthcare system is trash, but you know, we finally figured all that out. And now we're here talking about games. Back to gaming. Play some games today. It was good. I'm about to go back to playing some games later. It's gonna be even better. So yeah.
I feel like I haven't played anything new. Like, I've been playing the Shovel Knight game, the new one, Pocket Dungeon or whatever, but I feel like I'm like, that's not on the list because it's such a, I don't know. It's not a huge game, and it also, I've been playing
Is it Shovel Knight 2?
No, it's called, like, so Shovel Knight keeps, like, being in these tiny games lately. Like, he'll be in these games, but it's, like, not Shovel Knight at all. This one's a puzzle kind of match game. Yeah, it's fun, but, like, I just got it because I got a free code for it. So I was like, all right, let me give it a shot. And it's fun, but it's like, I don't know. I need a nice indie game to hook my teeth into. And I feel like I haven't had one of those for a while. So I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I don't think I would play this because I'm not good at like puzzle league type games or puzzle games just in general, but like it does look pretty cool. So
sure.
You know, the artwork looks nice and stuff like that. It looks very, you know, true to the original content and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the topic for today. Today we're talking about a couple different things. Starting off with Game Awards, we were talking about our predictions last week. We came to a couple conclusions, and apparently all of them were wrong. I think we were wrong on most things, but the biggest thing is Game of the Year going to It Takes Two, and we'll talk a little bit about that more specifically later in terms of what that means. But like, wow, what a show! Mostly ads.
I don't think I was wrong on as much as you was wrong about because I put that can of Bridge of Spirits on a lot of things. I was definitely wrong about the performance thing, the performance voice thing.
We thought that she would have a chance, right? Like that was always up in the air. But
what, Maggie Robinson?
Yeah. Lady D? I said that. I was like, it might be her. I didn't think it should be, but she might be, you know, she got memed into existence because like everybody loved that character. So,
well, I think we were definitely wrong about the mobile game. Yeah, I was not expecting Genshin to win that. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of in here that I feel like I definitely did not say. Audio design, innovation. Come on, bro. Like, well, would I know anything about that? Fighting game, Strive. That's good though. That's nice. Yeah. Anyway,
I mean, Strive deserved it. A bunch of other games deserved it, but I mean, overall, like I said, the Game Awards seemed like a big commercial. It was just like ads constantly, and I don't know about you. Not many games I'm excited about. Like when I look back at all the reveals and the trailers that got shown, I'm not all that amped for most of them.
Yeah.
I was like excited for
what I gotta look at what they were. I think Rumbleverse is pretty much the only one that I actually cared about now that I think about it, because I went to play that and that was pretty it's pretty clean. Like I feel like what was shown and what was played, like it's definitely a good beta, and I feel like it can only go up from there, assuming they don't like change some of the core stuff and just add maybe more moves, different maps or stuff like that, but and better customization. But like, yeah, the game in itself was super fun. So yeah.
I didn't get to play it because the beta was only like an hour long or something. Like I don't know. I tried to play it, but it said that it was down by the time that I got to it, and I'm like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like 2 hours max. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little sad about that, but everybody that I've heard from says that it's fun. I'm excited in a weird way. I'm excited for that Texas Chainsaw game because I played Friday the 13th, and it's the same people making it. And that Friday the 13th was very good, but it got shut down because of licensing issues. And I'm glad that they just said, all right, whatever, we'll just jump over to this other game. We'll see how it pans out, but
so they had Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, that's pretty good. I haven't played Hellblade 1, but I heard that game is really really nice. I got to get
I
around
heard
to
it was
doing that.
good.
Yeah, Wonder Woman, that's cool, I guess. Superhero game, sure, or whatever. Tunic finally gets a release date. That's great. King of Fighters 15, don't really care too about. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Homeworld 3, The Expanse, a Telltale series, Alan Wake 2. Um, didn't really play Alan Wake 1, but I did play Control, and that was pretty fun. So, I don't know.
Alan Wake is
Final
very good.
Fantasy, Final Fantasy 7 on the PC. That's a little late. Sonic the Hedgehog movie and then game. That game,
You're right.
I don't know how they're going to make a open world Sonic, but I'm down to see how that works because that sounds cool. But Sonic's also the fastest thing alive, so like, like how big does the world have to be for you to actually feel like it's scale?
Yeah, either he has to be slow, or the world has to be absolutely massive.
Yeah,
which is like, how are we gonna do that? I don't know how that's gonna function, but I don't even know if I want to play that. You know what I mean? Like, open world Sonic just doesn't sound appealing to me, but I don't know. Maybe
based off of what Sonic games are, then yeah, I guess I can see where you're coming from. It really depends on how they make the open world. Because with the Sonic game, you need to make the open world, but like with obvious like not checkpoints, points of interest.
Sure.
Like, okay, this is open world, but here's a really sick ramp section or something like that, or here's this really sick bounce spring section or something like that. And then there's a bunch of other places you could just be running around, but there needs to be ways to like kind of coax the gamer into doing gamer related stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That is going to be one that I definitely keep my eye on, and see how that plays out later on if they give us more information. Horizons of Forbidden West, dope. Destiny 2, The Witch Queen, which I guess is some DLC. Slitterhead, the new horror game by the Silent Hill creator. Okay.
I'm so sad about that, by the way, because they teased it so hard. They were like, "Oh, Silent Hill, he made Silent Hill," and then they had that trailer, which is like way more actiony. Like, the tone is off. It feels more like a Devil May Cry thing. I was so sad when I saw that, man. I wanted They've been teasing Silent Hill forever.
Yeah,
we'll never get one.
Nightingale. Okay.
I forget which one that was.
Lord of the Rings. There's no words on this either, so it's just.
I remember Nightingale. I saw it and I was like, "Oh, that's cool," and I liked it, but I didn't write it down, so I was like, I don't remember what it is, but.
Okay. Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Don't want to
Somerville.
What the heck?
Yeah, I don't. No, that doesn't sound interesting to me. Somerville. Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course. I guess that's what, Cuphead DLC.
Yeah, DLC.
Yeah,
however, it's dude, it's taken so long that I don't know. Now that it's, I was hoping, and this might be what's the word? Entitled of me. I was hoping they were taking so long to make the new Cuphead because they were just going to make Cuphead 2. They were just going to make.
That makes sense. This joint came out September 29th, 2017, and now we're talking about DLC in 2021. So I feel you. Yeah. And it's not even coming out till 2022. So yeah, I feel you. That's it wasn't that long of a game. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, I know that the animation takes a lot of time, but at the same time, it's like, good Lord, man. If you can beat this DLC in 3 or 4 hours, I think people are going to be like, where's the game?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Warhammer 40K, Space Marine, and Vermintide 2. Don't care about that. Chia. Really. I'm not sure or I guess it's just Chia. All I see is a boat sailing. I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's the one where it's like Breath of the Wild and Odyssey, because you can possess stuff, but it's also you climb stuff like Breath of the Wild. It's open world, that kind of thing.
Okay, well, it's not loading for me. I'm gonna have to look at that later. Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League sounds pretty cool.
Whatever.
Forspoken looks cool, but I haven't really got in on that one. Saints Row has a Game Awards gameplay trailer as well. Is this Saints Row reboot, where they're doing the same thing that GTA did?
Yeah, it's like a soft remake, but I don't know what it I don't know what the feel is. When I watch the trailer, it feels a little bit more serious, not as crazy as 4, but it all depends on the gameplay, how it comes out that way.
Okay. Among Us VR, that sounds kind of scary.
Sounds terrifying.
Yeah, are you dying? Yeah, that sounds terrifying. Dune has a RTS. I watched Dune the movie. I still don't know what's going on in this universe. I have to watch it again or something. I don't know. That movie was all over the place. Teeny's Tiny Wonderland. Genshin Impact, or another reveal for that. Steel Rising, a new RPG from Spiders. Metal, Hellslinger, that sounds like an edgy game. Star Wars, Rumbleverse, yeah, buddy. A Plague Tale, Dying Light 2, Crossfire, Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. That game's already out. Oh, well, I guess maybe it's like fully releasing.
I think it's an early access thing, because I said the same thing. I was like, wait, this already exists, but yeah, I think it's leaving early access.
And then what was that? GTFO, Halo TV show, Rocket League, Matrix, Arc Riders, PUBG goes free, which should have been something they did literal years ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah. Thirsty Suitors, I actually looked into that one. That looks like it could be interesting. Not really for me, but it definitely could be interesting. And yeah, a lot of this other stuff is just kind of like, wait, is Have a Nice Death? Is that
Yeah, that's also.
Is that Hollow Knight?
No, it looks exactly like Hollow Knight, and it actually, there's another game that came out called Death's Door that it looks a lot like, and it's like a mix of those two. Apparently it's a roguelike. Cool, I guess.
I mean, watching the gameplay looks pretty nice, so I'll give it up, but it's just, I mean, we're kind of getting to that point right now where like it's these roguelikes. I understand that you may be using one for like reference or, you know, inspiration, but a lot of the times I feel like people will just look at this and be like, I've already played Hollow Knight, or I've already played Death's Door. I almost did that with Skull, because Skull looks a lot like looks a lot like Dead Cells, and then I was like, man, I don't know if I'm actually going to play that. I ended up playing Skull. Skull was godlike, but it just, you know, if I played that directly after Dead Cells, I probably wouldn't have liked it nearly as much.
I think it these games need distinct art styles, because if it just looks the same, it's just, it's tough. So
yeah,
I watched all the trailers. I saw everything. I was excited for maybe like two things, and one of them was Cuphead, which said June, which is still 6 months away. Good Lord, okay, whatever, but I don't know,
bro. They have to perfect the art. Okay, you know, everything is hand drawn, bro.
Maybe they should hire more people. I think it's still like a 3 or 4 person team. They're trying to keep all the money, bro.
Oh yeah.
They don't give a. They're just trying to keep all that money to themselves. Old misers, Scrooge asses, insane. Let other people share the wealth, man. All right, well, that was the Game Awards. It Takes Two winning. Kind of a surprise, but we could talk about that in a little bit, because you said that you wanted to talk about a game that you brought up briefly. You were in the beta for. How's Rumbleverse?
Rumbleverse, nice, bro. You can watch videos for it. Like, if you have not seen enough Rumbleverse, I would recommend watching the Seeds videos on it. CD in the Third. Okay. He's got really good videos on him. Rumbleverse, nice. I think the only thing I don't like right now about Rumbleverse is there is no option to detect the ground. So like ground situations are kind of like, that's what slows down the game. So like, you know, you rock paper scissors for like either slaps, your vicious attack, or your what is that? Your like your attacks that you learn, or dodging, right? You have all that.
Yep.
And then once that happens, once that interaction happens, then the other person's on the ground, the other person's standing up, and now you wait for that option. What they're gonna do? They're gonna do a get up attack, or they're gonna do a get up vicious attack. They're gonna do a get up block. You know, stuff like that. And you have to wait for that action before you can punish. Now, most people, when they first started, were doing get up attacks, and now everyone learned how to shield and bust your shit for it, so no one does that anymore. But I think if you could just tech the ground on like at least hits, it would make the gameplay a little faster. Because I understand not being able to tech the ground on like a slam, because like you don't see that in wrestling often. And on top of that, that means if you check the ground on a slam, most likely the person who did the slam is now at disadvantage, and that's like not good. But I do think there should be some level of teching in there. Other than that, like, it was cool. They don't have like the names of the moves. Like the stunner is called like the diamond cutter, or the something cutter or something like that.
Gotcha.
But it's definitely still the Stone Cold Stunner.
Yeah.
Like, you do the kick and you do the, you know what I'm saying? And that was like my favorite move in the game. Yeah. They have like big choke slams, they have rock bottoms, they have like just they have physical moves too. Some of the physical moves are like, there's one, it's like the giant, they have like the super kick, like the Shawn Michaels super kick, but then they also have like one where it's like a soccer kick where like he just does like a big boot and then you jump up and do like another kick.
Okay.
And so yeah, like not every move is technically a wrestling move, but a large part of it is wrestling. You have you know, you have cool ways to customize. You can go with the like the punky wrestler, you can go with the wrestler who just wears like the underwear and the tights, you know, stuff like that. And so like the customization needs some work as far as like style, as far as like hairstyle and face style, but like the clothes and stuff are really good. The map is pretty big, but they already section it off right at the beginning. So it's one of those games where like it's 40 people. You go to a certain section of this big map like every different time. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. I thought it was like 10 or 15.
No, it's 4. But I mean, it gets down to like 20 quickly because like what happened, there's like in every section of the map when they section off, there's always like one area where if you land there, you get like, and no one else lands there, you get like several crates and several power-ups like right at the beginning. So everyone lands like there. So you just like it's like Tilted Towers basically. Like,
okay, yeah. But this
you
is
land
like
there
and
melee, scrap your way to the top.
It's like a melee battle royale, but like okay.
And there's no guns. There's you can pick
Thank
up
God.
other stuff like there's you can pick up stuff and throw stuff though. So there's like you know, the regular wrestling stuff, steel chairs, ladders and stuff, but you can pick up like stop signs, mailboxes, because you're like in a city. So you can do stuff like that. And you can hit people with that. They all have like their power-ups too. Like if you pick up a baseball bat and you use a vicious attack, your vicious attack is unblockable.
Okay.
Meaning that, well, obviously means it's unblockable, but it's also uninterruptible. So you just have to dodge that if somebody's like trying to do that to you. But on the inverse, it has a lot of in lag. So if you miss, you're just going to get slammed. So like there's really good balance so far, I think. The game was super fun though. And I don't think that the trailer, I feel like it didn't do the game justice because it was actually much cleaner than what the game looks like. But it's a trailer, you know, like it's animated. Yeah. But it's also like a super first access. So maybe the game will eventually look like what the trailer looked like. But looks or not, the game was mad fun. When you elbow drop, when you do an aerial, you elbow drop. And depending on how high you elbow drop, and you end up like turning into like a meteor. So like if you like elbow drop off to like the top of the entire state building, it's like so funny because like two people could be like jockeying around and fighting, and here you come.
You just slam on both of them. That's pretty good.
So it's mad fun. I definitely think that if you're into BRs and you're kind of like, if you're into BRs in any way you like the culling, you will probably like this game.
Do you think
the culling was a very physical game until, you know, unless someone actually spent all the time to go craft a gun. And if you did that, you deserve the win. But there is no guns in that game. There is a super meter. And your super meter, you can use that to do like a super big, it's like a Zangief slam or his like super.
Yeah.
Or if you like die with it, then it actually counts as like a Phoenix down because your fans will cheer you back on.
I see.
And then you get up with like 200 health or whatever. So you can like get up and fight again, or you can get up and run or whatever. And that part's pretty cool too. I was actually saving a lot, but if you use it and then use it immediately, you actually get to keep a shit ton of your meter. Okay. So it's usually better to use it and then, you know, just hope that you actually hit the move.
Sure. So
yeah,
the real question at the end of this one, is it free? Do you know if it's going to be free to play? Did they say anything about that, or is it like
it's going to be free for me? No, I assume Rumbleverse. I think it should be free to play, right? Yeah. So
I want to know if it's free to play, and I also want to know how long
Rumbleverse will be free to play.
How long is it going to last? Because like.
Yeah, that has been an issue.
I get strong Knockout City vibes looking at this, and I don't know if it's just because of like the art style.
But what were you comparing Knockout City to, though?
What do you mean?
Like this game is being compared to other BRs,
sure.
And there are like the other two BRs they are compared to that are like way up there right now. Obviously, Apex and Fortnite, but this game plays way different than Apex and Fortnite. So hopefully that does capture a new area, and it's made by fighting game people, but it's still accessible to people who don't play fighting games. That's one of the biggest things about fighting games. They die so quickly because people just don't get good. Sure. In this game, you can just not be good and still have fun, I think, in my opinion. Yeah.
Maybe it's got to strike that balance where it's got to be shallow enough to keep people invested, but also not so shallow that like you figure it out in a day. I don't know. I'll keep my eye on it. Did they say anything about when? Like in terms of when?
February 15th.
February? Okay. Okay. It's coming up, but I hope
one day after Valentine's Day. All right, honey, I gotta go rumble. Look.
Right as it hits midnight. You better finish your business before then. You're not sleeping together. You better finish that Valentine's dinner and the proceedings after, and then just
man.
hop
Tell me all your I love yous now, because when 12 o'clock hits,
yeah, I'm out. So,
I'm back in that office.
Rumbleverse is our second topic, but before we get into our third topic, it's my favorite time of the show. You know what time it is. We want to give a big thanks to OKX, your one-stop cryptocurrency platform powering pay-to-earn games like Axie Infinity. Play-to-earn games are games that allow you to earn crypto in-game, and Axie Infinity is the most popular play-to-earn crypto game in the world. You can play Axie Infinity to earn crypto that you can buy, sell, and trade on the Axie Infinity marketplace, powered by OKX. Go to go.okex.com/Axie to begin earning crypto today. And thank you so much to Axie Infinity. Okay, last thing was a quick thing. Basically, with the game of the year being It Takes Two, part of me is like, what is the... I wonder what this means for, like, the future, right? Like, I look at the other games that were up there, and It Takes Two winning. I just didn't even think it ever had a shot or a chance or anything at all. But somehow it ended up winning, and part of me feels like it's also because it's the underdog story. Part of me feels like it's because they got sued by Take-Two, right? Which was a little strange. I don't know if it's like maybe... a show of solidarity or something, because like it was a good game, but was it that good? I don't know.
They got sued by Take-Two, the company,
like Interactive, yeah.
Why?
Because they had Take-Two in the name.
That's bullshit, bro.
Yeah. Apparently they got. I don't know what's gonna happen, if it's going to, if it's actually going to, matter or not, but we'll see. But yeah, apparently that was happening. But the way that I was thinking about it is like, It Takes Two is such a simple game, but it's so good. And the way that I think about things like this is like, It Takes Two is like a perfect grilled cheese sandwich, right? It's very simple, it's very basic, it's elegant, and when you make it very well, it's fantastic. But it's also very, like, it's kid food, right? When I look at another game like RE8, there's like, it's very good, but it has holes in a lot of places because it's trying to do a lot of different things. Like, it's trying to do a horror game thing, and then it turns into an action game later, and it has to sustain this crazy story throughout based on 7 past games. So there's a lot of bad things that can happen. It's a lot more ambitious. Meanwhile, It Takes Two doesn't feel very ambitious, but it's just like, it nails the execution, you know?
Yeah. Now they got to make It Takes Three, where it's either a polyamorous relationship or it's the two from It Takes Two and a baby. So
the baby is magic. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Kid.
Yeah. So
I didn't beat the game. Do they stay together? They stay together.
I didn't beat the game either. You have to ask Tori. She beat it.
Bro, did anybody beat the game? Everybody that I talked to.
I thought you beat it. Who
No.
you playing with?
I was playing it with Mal. We both liked it a lot. Well, that's the thing. We both liked it a lot, but like, this setup that I have down here is not conducive to gaming experience. So like, it was fun, but we just sort of fell out of it. But everybody that I talked to said the same thing. They were like, yeah, it was fun, but like, they didn't fall in love with it, you know?
Oh, you played on PC?
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, because like, she played it on PS4, which means like I can play it on PS5. So Tori said they beat the game in 2 days.
Okay, there you go. I mean, it's good, and like, every time, I remember thinking, every time I beat one of the levels or whatever, and ended one of the sections, I was like, oh man, I really like that mechanic. But then they brought in a cooler mechanic, and I'm like, oh, sick, and they nailed it. There were constant moments like that, so like, don't get me wrong, game was amazing, but also, I don't know, it feels so small in comparison to the other ones, you know? I wonder if this, like, would it have won in, I don't even want to say a normal year, because this year was kind of normal. It's just Deathloop didn't quite shake things up as much as people thought it would. But
there's not that many games that force you to play with 2 people, though, right? It's like this and the
other
Prison
one he made
game.
Right.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah, he made the other one. He made both.
Oh, okay.
So this is his gimmick now, is 2-player. Yeah. And it's a good gimmick, because he's very good at it, so.
I wonder why he did that. Like, I feel like he probably didn't have... He probably didn't have a lot of friends. So he's like,
Wow,
that's his inspiration. He's like, I'm gonna get somebody to play with me.
I'm gonna guilt somebody. Be like, well, I have this game. It takes 2 players, and
yeah, can't actually play it without it.
I can't play alone. I wish I had somebody to play with me.
So Tori says they kind of leave it open-ended where they're staying together or not. It's more about the family remaining a team and acting out of love for each other than the couple falling back in love.
All right, sick. I
mean, that's, you know what? I like that ending better because like,
sure.
Because I feel like if you start the game and it's about divorce and all this shit, and then like, you're playing through it, I'm sure that everyone's immediate reaction is, okay, at the end of this game, they're going to get back together, problem solve, whatever, right? This guy's like, look, the moral of the story is love is hard, you know what I mean? And and just, y'all don't eventually have to get back to being together, but at the very least, you can still show love for each other. So I don't know.
What's the point of the book? This book was on me the entire game, telling me that we had to fall in love, and then at the end they're just like, you might be in love. I don't know. The end. Well, come on. You know? Like, I love that book. I don't... You gotta fall back in love if he's here. Whatever.
I mean, I guess. Damn.
Well, it was a very good game. I liked it a lot. I did not think my game of the year, which was Psychonauts, I did not think it had any shot. Dread won Best Action Game, I think. No, Returnal won Best Action. Metroid won Best Adventure. Which I don't really
feel like that was much of an adventure to me.
No.
Like, oh.
It was something like that. It was something like
no, Metroid did won Action Adventure. They won Action Adventure.
Yeah, but why is there action and then Action Adventure?
I mean,
I hate this, bro.
There's a difference. Action is like, Action Adventure is supposed to be like a Zelda game. You know what I mean? Like that's where that is.
But you go on an adventure in Returnal. You go to several different planets.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I don't see an action game. I see. Hold on. Multiplayer, audio design, games for impact, sports racing. Returnal actually won something. I don't see it, bro.
Yeah, Returnal won best. I think it was actually best something. I know that they did because I remember being surprised about it, but whatever. It was good.
Oh, action game. No, you're right. They got action game. Okay. Who else was nominated for this though? Like,
I can't remember.
I can't find it from here. All right. Well,
there you go.
Simple is the best esports player. Is that the Brawlhalla Simple?
Oh
no, Counter-Strike.
Yes,
I was about to say, yo, like,
no, imagine. Probably made more money than anybody else on that list.
Definitely.
Good lord,
for sure. So
those guys.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, like, looking at this, I'm not like just looking at the winner without thinking of any like all the other things that are on it. I'm not like super surprised by some of these. I think the Halo Infinite player's voice is that like what the players liked?
I think so, because like the rest of them were decided by like a committee. There was a council that decided, and I think that you could vote, and the voting was like 10%. I think I read that somewhere. Somebody in chat told me, where not chat, but the people who went to the site and polled had some level of control, but it was very small. So it's like I think that most of it was down to a council of people, but the player's choice might have just been like 100%, you know?
Yeah. Something
like that.
Yeah.
Which is why Halo won, because it's the most recent.
Yep. Recency bias always hits like that.
Right.
I don't like... Look, man, I hope that this Elden Ring game pops off for y'all, because like the more I look at more info for it, the more I'm just like, this... Why? Yeah. Like, why is this the most anticipated game? I don't understand. Like, it doesn't look that good. I mean, it looks good, but it doesn't look that like revolutionary. Like, oh my god, bro! If I don't play this, like I'm gonna die. Like, I don't see it, bro. I don't see it.
I agree. I totally agree. It's I'm a little. I watched the trailer for it, and I was talking with my chat about it when I was streaming. I'm like, if this didn't have FromSoft's name on it, I would not care. Like, if it was not made by the Dark Souls guys, I would watch this. I'd be like, who wants this? And that's how I feel about it, where it's like, I know it's going to be good because I trust those guys, and they've been making the same game forever. But, like, you're right. I don't know why it's going to be... like, there's horseback riding and it's open world, but it was always kind of open world, at least in the first game. I don't know, dude. I'm just as skeptical as you are, but I also love those games, so I trust them.
All right, well, we'll see. I guess. I'm just a dude who doesn't play these type of games, so I could also just be one of those people who's like, it's just not for me, and therefore it's not for me. I think it sucks, but I'm not trying to be like that. I'm trying to leave it open ended. Look, no, I tried. I played Dark Souls 1. I played Bloodborne. Bloodborne was pretty good though. I'll give it up. But yeah, I don't know. Dark Souls. I don't like. First of all, I don't like people saying Dark Souls is hard because it's not. It's not a hard game. It is just a game that you literally like have to like study, and that doesn't make it hard. That makes it tedious because once you know the game, you see all these people doing like unarmed runs and shit, like without even looking, blindfolded runs. Like clearly the game is like not that hard, but it is for a new player. Like I do think that it has a steep a learning curve because you might actually have to sit and like watch a video to learn how to beat a boss. But once you learn how to beat the boss, it's cakewalk. It's cakewalk. So,
sure, but when you say that passing med school, you have to remember all that stuff, but that makes it hard, right?
No, that makes it tedious.
What do you mean? No. What are you talking about?
No. First of all, med school.
Studying
first of all,
the
stuff
bar,
that we're not going to compare med school and all the stuff you have to remember for beating 6 or 7 bosses.
I am going to do that. I am going to do that right now. I am going to do that. That's
you only have to like remember like the last 3 too. Like, come on, bro.
No, that's what I'm doing.
School has deadlines. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. School has deadlines. Video games do not.
Well, you kind of have a deadline with Souls games because if you don't beat it in a certain amount of time, you're going to get bored of it and you're not coming back. You can't come back to a Souls game after like 2 months. You got to start over.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair.
That's your deadline, bro.
Yeah, that's one of those. Though I feel the same way about like a lot of RPGs. Like I loved Xenoblade Chronicles X, and then I came back out to it like 2 months later because I think there was like some level of DLC or something coming out, and I was like, dude, I don't remember anything. Like you had to, you already had to kit up 4 people in your party, but then you had to also kit up their skills. And I'm like, I don't remember none of this. I don't remember what I made you do. I don't remember what I made you do. Like this, it's just. So I just stopped playing. I was like, yeah, it's not for me. Can't do it. So,
and weren't there tutorials in that game that lasted up until like, oh god, there were tutorials like in the 40th hour of the game, from what I've heard.
Well, yeah, I mean, you played on foot for like a long part of it. Then you get your scale license, and that's just a whole new way to play. Yeesh. And then your scale gets upgrades. So like at first you could only like drive around and like do big jumps, but then like later you could fly, and then like later you could do like team attacks and stuff. So yeah, there's gonna be, but that's a JRPG for you, bro. They'll teach you stuff up until the very end of the game. So final boss battle. Did you know that you could? No, I didn't.
No, but thanks for telling me. I wish you would tell me sooner. Thanks for letting me know right now during the final boss.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for Y'all Gaming. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. You can find this show on Spotify and iTunes. Anywhere you guys want to look. You hopping back on stream?
Yeah. I'm about another like 10-ish minutes. I'm going to hop back on because I didn't know that they had a Riot 4 to showcase. Riot has a whole they have like a whole.
Like a Riot thing just for them?
Yeah, just like a whole Nintendo Direct, but like literally just for them. That's
okay.
They're putting out some games, dude. So I haven't played any of them. I think if I were to play any of them, it'd probably be Ruin King because I don't really like rhythm games. But yeah. So
I forgot about the Ziggs rhythm game. I wanted to try.
Yeah. Well, and then obviously Project L too, whenever that decides to come out. But as of right now, what's released that's not in the Riot client, I'd probably play Ruin King.
Right.
So. Yeah, but you guys can go ahead and play that too, and we can talk about it later if I ever get around to playing it on Y'all Gaming. So thank you guys for watching once again. This will be on Spotify and Apple and all that good stuff for the podcast version. It'll also be on their YouTube, but if you want to just listen to it, it's much easier to digest that way. So come through and listen to it.
One more thing at the end, Floor Mat says Indie Showcase tomorrow. Yeah, that is happening. I am not. It's the Nintendo one.
Well, what time is it?
9 a.m. I think.
No.
I think it's 9 a.m. Pacific.
That's still 11. No. Well, maybe. But no. I'll see you guys on stream at a hot 4 p.m. to talk about it.
I don't think it's I don't know, dude. The Nintendo Indie Showcases have made me less and less excited, and everybody's like, "Yo, Silk Song?" No, not Silk Song. It's over.
Oh, that's the DLC you've been promised like for 4 years,
It's the
right?
Hollow
Like,
Knight thing. Yeah, everybody's
yeah,
going crazy about that. And now it's gotten to the point where people will tweet under Nintendo news saying Silk Song specifically to get people to like it. It's sick. That's all you want. You just want engagement. You don't even care about Silk Song. I bet you didn't even play Hollow Knight. Crazy. That game is a meme. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Y'all Game About. For now, goodbye.